Hello, adventurers! Today, we're diving into the world of the Persians, one of the most fascinating civilizations of the ancient world. From their mighty emperors to their innovative governance, the Persians left a lasting mark on history. Ready to explore their story? Let's go! To explore the history of the Persians is to venture into the tale of one of the most sophisticated and influential empires of the ancient world, the Achaemenid Empire. Rising in the 6th century BCE under the military and political brilliance of Cyrus the Great, the Persians managed to forge a vast and diverse empire, stretching from the Aegean Sea to the Indus Valley, and from Central Asia to the edge of the Sahara. But their power did not rest solely on military might. What made the Persian Empire truly remarkable was its innovative administration, its tolerance toward different cultures and religions, and its unparalleled ability to manage a massive, multi-ethnic empire in an age of fragmented kingdoms. The Persians originated as one of the many Indo-Iranian peoples who migrated into the Iranian plateau around the 9th century BCE. Initially nomadic herders, they gradually settled in a region known as Persis, today's Fars province in southern Iran. This area had long been under the influence of the ancient Elamite civilization. By the 7th century BCE, the Persians had come under the control of the powerful Median Empire. However, in 550 BCE, a transformative moment occurred. Cyrus II, later known as Cyrus the Great, rebelled against the Medes and overthrew King Astyages. With that decisive victory, the Persian Empire was born under the rule of the Achaemenid dynasty, named after a semi-legendary ancestor, Achaemenes. Once in control, Cyrus wasted no time expanding his rule. He conquered the wealthy kingdom of Lydia in Asia Minor and brought down the Neo-Babylonian Empire, famously entering Babylon in 539 BCE. Rather than imposing harsh rule, Cyrus portrayed himself as a liberator and restorer of divine order, earning him the praise not only of his subjects, but also of foreign peoples. Even the Hebrew Bible describes him favorably, calling him the anointed of the Lord for ending the Babylonian captivity of the Jews. The empire's expansion continued under his successors. Cambyses II conquered Egypt, and under Darius I, the empire reached its greatest territorial extent. Stretching across 3 continents, it was the largest empire the world had ever known. Darius solidified this power by reorganizing the empire into satrapies, administrative provinces governed by satraps, and by building a network of roads, including the famed Royal Road that linked Susa to Sardis. His establishment of a centralized bureaucracy allowed the empire to function smoothly, with records kept in multiple languages and regular communication across thousands of kilometers. Religion in the empire played a subtle but vital role. Although the Achaemenids governed a diverse population with many local cults and traditions, they promoted the teachings of Zoroastrianism, a belief system founded by the prophet Zoroaster. This religion introduced a dualistic worldview centered on the battle between good and evil, with the wise god Ahura Mazda at the heart of its theology. However, what made the Persian approach unique was their policy of religious tolerance. The Achaemenids supported local religions and restored temples across the empire, allowing conquered peoples to continue their worship without persecution. Persian society was structured with a clear hierarchy, but offered more fluidity than many contemporaneous civilizations. At the top stood the King of Kings, supported by a class of nobles and military elites. Below them were artisans, scribes, traders, and farmers who formed the backbone of the economy. The state operated not just through conquest, but through a delicate balance of tribute, respect, and diplomacy. Interestingly, Persian documents from Persepolis indicate that workers under the empire were not enslaved but received wages, a progressive system in comparison to other empires of the time. Economically, the Persian Empire was a marvel. It operated a sophisticated system of taxation based on the wealth of each province. Wealth was collected in kind and in currency, with the empire minting its own gold and silver coins, including the daric and the siglos. These coins not only facilitated trade across the vast empire, but also symbolized royal authority. Trade routes extended from India to the Mediterranean, moving goods, people, and ideas across the known world. Culturally, the Achaemenids were patrons of art and architecture. Nowhere is this more evident than in Persepolis, a ceremonial capital built under Darius I and completed by Xerxes I. The reliefs on its walls depict delegations from across the empire bringing gifts to the king, a powerful visual testament to the diversity and reach of Persian rule. Persian art combined styles from Elam, Mesopotamia, and Greece, creating a unique aesthetic that celebrated imperial unity while honoring local traditions. The empire's encounter with the Greeks, particularly during the Greco-Persian Wars, marked a turning point in its history. Darius I launched an initial invasion that ended in failure at Marathon. His son Xerxes I attempted a much grander invasion in 480 BCE, famously winning the Battle of Thermopylae, but suffering defeat in the naval battle of Salamis, and, later, at Plataea. These conflicts, while not fatal at the time, exposed the limitations of the empire's ability to project force into Europe and began a slow process of decline. Internal struggles further weakened the empire. After Xerxes, a series of assassinations, palace intrigues, and succession disputes eroded central authority, while rulers like Artaxerxes II and III attempted to maintain stability. The empire became increasingly vulnerable. By the time Darius III ascended the throne, the empire was a shadow of its former self. In 334 BCE, Alexander the Great began his legendary campaign, defeating the Persian army at battles such as Issus and Gaugamela. When he entered Persepolis in 330 BCE, the Achaemenid Empire, after 2 centuries of dominance, came to a fiery end. And yet, the fall of the empire did not erase its legacy. Persian governance, culture, and thought deeply influenced subsequent empires, including the Seleucids, Parthians, and Sassanids. Their model of administration, tolerant, bureaucratic, and multinational, became a blueprint for future imperial states. The ethos of the empire, as a multicultural and interconnected domain, resonates even today in ideas of global unity and cooperation. In the end, the Achaemenid Empire was not just a political entity, it was a civilization that bridged East and West, ancient and modern. Its story is one of vision, power, and complexity, and understanding its rise and fall offers us a window into how the ancient world dreamed of order, justice, and unity across vast lands and diverse peoples. The Persians may have lost their empire, but they gained something greater, a place in the eternal memory of human history. They remind us of the power of unity and the resilience of the human spirit. What part of Persian history fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments.